call the Clarksville Community School regular meeting to order. If you will please stand and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do I have a motion to amend or adopt the agenda?
I move we adopt the agenda.
I will second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous. Acknowledgements and special recognitions. Dr. Bennett.
Good evening, everyone. Good to see so many people out here today, and this is always the best part of our board meetings, and that is when we get to recognize some outstanding students and representatives of their families, themselves, and Clarksville Community Schools. First up, we're going to we'll ask Dr. Goldman to come up and recognize our February Student of the Month, Clarksville High School, the one and only Drake Rupert. Where are you? Come on up, Drake. Drake.
It's right here. It was on the thing. Is that what you're looking for? This is Drake Ruprecht. He is the son of Holly and Craig Ruprecht. He is going to graduate number 7 in his class. He will graduate with a core 40 in academic honors and technical honors, along with associate's degree and the Indiana College Core certification from Ivy Tech. So lots of honors there. He plans to go into aviation, has been accepted at Embry-Riddle, Indiana State, and Eastern Kentucky University. He has been the November Student of the Month his sophomore year, April Student of the Month his junior year, and was on the basketball homecoming court his sophomore year. Drake has been a member of the National Honor Society since he was a sophomore. He has been a member of the tennis team since his sophomore year as well, and has been a member of the bowling team his freshman, sophomore, and junior years. What does Drake say about being a general? He says, "To me, being a general means being a leader and being dedicated to what you do." CHS staff members, Mr. Tony Hall, he said, "Drake is a pleasure to have in homeroom. He comes in, gets his work done, is polite and gentle, and he always enjoys talking about his flying adventures." Mr. Hawkins, Drake is a hard worker and always keeps a good attitude in the weight room. And Ms. Griffin, Drake is a dedicated student driven by his passion to fly airplanes. He has a bright future. Not only is he intelligent, he sets the standards for his peers on what it is to be responsible and respectful. And then this is a quote from me. Drake has worked hard throughout high school to pursue his dream of becoming a pilot. It has been wonderful to see how passionate he is about his career path. Every time he talks about his future, Drake truly lights up. He has taken meaningful steps towards turning his dream into reality, and I have no doubt that he will excel in the field of aviation. So, congratulations.
Okay, next up, Clarksville Middle School. Let's have Dr. Bullington come up, and Jackson Zip. Jackson is here for January. Come on up, Jackson.
All right. I'll have you introduce the next one after that.
Okay. Thank you. Clarksville Middle School is proud to recognize Jackson Zip as our 7th grade Student of the Month. He is the son of Jeremy and Jessica Zip, and his current attendance rate is 99%. He has earned the All-A honor roll for quarters 1, 2, and 3. Jackson's a member of the CMS bowling team, and outside of school, Jackson enjoys talking to his friends and playing with his 2 new kittens. What he appreciates most about CMS is how all the staff are very accepting. They help out each and every student. After high school, Jackson plans to attend college. He is currently unsure what he plans to study, but we know with his determination, it is bound to be something impactful. Jackson was very happy to hear that he was chosen as Student of the Month. He stated that he feels it is a really big thing, and it's been one of his goals since the beginning of the school year that he wasn't quite for sure if he was able to reach. Jackson feels that he makes a positive impact on our school community through helping other students. He wants to make everyone feel safe and that no one is unwanted or unneeded. Jackson's teachers shared the following great things about his growth, character, and accomplishments. Mrs. Halb states, "Jackson is one of those rare students who elevates the entire class with his positive attitude and strong work ethic. He intrinsically motivated to achieve at high levels, and he does all of this while being witty,
and friendly with all his peers. He's the true epitome of what it means to be a general, and I'm so glad I get to be his teacher. Mrs. Lampkin, who was able to join us this evening, thank you, Mrs. Lampkin, says that Jackson is the ideal student. He is kind, helpful, and friendly. He fosters a positive and friendly attitude that makes everyone feel welcome. Jackson cares very deeply about his education. He wants to ensure that he thoroughly understands each concept, and this is not something found often in middle school students. In math class, there are times that Jackson chooses to be a part of regular instruction even when he is already tested out, because he wants to ensure he understands and is capable of doing all the concepts inside and out. This has led to 2 almost perfect scores on the iLearn checkpoint we've had thus far. I'm so blessed to have Jackson as a student, and I can't wait to watch all the wonderful things he will accomplish in his life. Jackson's a shining example of values we uphold at Clarksville Middle School. His dedication, kindness, leadership, and enthusiasm for learning make us proud to honor you as our Student of the Month. Jackson's it.
Jackson, good try.
All right, I would like to now invite up Victor, who is our Student of the Month for February of 2026, selected by the 6th grade team. Victor Gomar Escobar has been selected as our Student of the Month for February 2026, and we are proud to recognize his hard work and positive attitude. Victor is a son of Victor and Marisol Gomar, and he has had an excellent school year thus far. He is currently sitting with an attendance rate of 97%, and he too has earned his place on the All-A Honor Roll for quarters 1, 2, and 3. This year, Victor is especially proud of earning all A's and improving in reading, showing his commitment to doing his best in the classroom. He shared that Mrs. Tutter and Mrs. Scroggins have been especially helpful to him this year, supporting him and encouraging his success. Victor says one of the things he enjoys most about school is being in classes that plan fun learning activities, and his positive attitude helps make the school day enjoyable for all of us. Outside of school, Victor likes playing sports and video games. He is also involved in soccer, which he enjoys because it's fun, easy to understand, and he likes the excitement of the game. Here are some of the great things that the staff had to say about you, Victor. Mrs. Tutter is English teacher. Victor is the kind of student every teacher hopes to have in class. Victor truly embodies general pride. He constantly asks questions and is always looking for ways to grow and improve. He is hardworking and gives his best effort in everything he does. Beyond his strong work ethic, Victor brings positivity into the classroom each and every day. His wonderful sense of humor and genuine kindness brightens our room, whether he's offering a smile, checking in with a classmate who may be down, or volunteering to help around the classroom. Victor shows what it means to be supportive and a caring member of our learning community. Victor, you're truly an outstanding student, and you will continue to accomplish anything you set your mind to. Mr. Kasner, his social studies teacher. Victor is a young historian in the making. His responses to any question posed show a deep understanding of the subject and the insights behind the events. He thinks critically and is dedicated to always seeking further clarification when he doesn't. He does excellent research and shows personal integrity in his assignments by completing them to their fullest and to his best potential. Victor's a student who I know will always have a correct and wonderful answer when called upon. He works great with others and lifts both their ability and spirits during collaboration. And finally, Mrs. Scroggins says, and that is his math teacher, Victor is an exceptional young man, and I truly enjoy having him in class. He consistently demonstrates kindness and respect towards all of his peers, and he is always polite and thoughtful in his interactions with adults and classmates. Victor often goes out of his way to help around the classroom, showing responsibility and a willingness to support others. Academically, he is very, very bright and approaches his work with determination and care. He consistently puts forth strong effort and strives to do his very best in everything he does in class. Victor's positive attitude, strong character, and dedication will continue to make learning for him easy, and he will continue to be a wonderful member of our classroom community. Looking ahead, Victor is interested in possibly owning his dad's business one day or working in a similar field. Dad, did you know that? He's already showing that he's thinking ahead. Victor, we are very proud of your accomplishments and the effort you put forth each day. Congratulations to you on February Student of the Month.
Student Month is on her way?
On her way.
Okay. Okay, so,
Madam President, with your permission, I would like to skip over the elementary. Let's move on to our bond issue, and then we'll come back for the third one. Everybody just hang tight just for a moment.
Bond issue, Dr. Bennett.
Thank you, Madam President, members of the board. Last week in your board portal, you were given copies of the supplemental trust, open door law notice, Ninth Amendment to lease, resolution confirming Ninth Amendment to lease, and approving the issuance of bonds and related matters, as well as the resolution approving additional appropriation of the bond proceeds and interest earnings and related matters. At this time, I would like to introduce our bond counsel, Mr. Jeffrey Qualkenbush from Barnes and Thornburg, to discuss the bond issue with the board.
Thank you, Dr. Bennett, Madam President, members of the board. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening, especially hearing all the awards. It's always very impressive to see what great work you guys are doing down here and our next generation of students and everything. So it's great to be with you. It's often very daunting to follow them as well, to talk about things like this. But tonight we are on the last leg of our bond approval process that started back in June of last year. This is to do facility improvements across the district, focusing again on things that just basically need to have long-term capital maintenance redone to them based on the use of the facilities over the last several years, updating of lighting, HVAC, roofing, updating facilities, doing the same things that you're doing right now with the 2024-25 bond issues. The maximum amount of principal, the bonds that will be issued for this is $9,910,000. It'll have a term not to exceed 20 years, which is roughly a few more years than your current bond issue that you have out there, so this will go on a little bit. But because you have some of your other bonds that are being paid off over the next couple of years, this actually will result in your debt service fund tax rate actually going down by about 8 cents as opposed to staying constant or going up. So that is something that is quite unusual. You should be commended for that, but that will then allow you the opportunity to potentially do some other facility improvements in the next several years and keep it at that tax rate as well. This has gone through the preliminary determination process in June of last year. No community member requested any additional process there. The financing then had a presentation at your last board meeting. Nothing was recommended there. And so tonight we have our last public hearing. This has been advertised and also posted on Gateway as required by Indiana law now. And so you should open it up for anyone from the public to ask any questions or comments specifically related to the project or the financing. At the conclusion of that, you will then consider the two resolutions that are in your board packet, and I can come back and summarize those for you at that time.
Okay, I will now open the floor to the public if there's any questions or comments. Hearing none, I will close the floor. Thank you.
Resolution number 1, if you have no questions, I ask that you approve the resolution confirming Ninth Amendment to lease and approving the issuance of the bonds and related matters as presented.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I will make a motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous.
Resolution number 2, if you have no questions, I ask that you approve the resolution approving additional appropriations of the bond proceeds and interest earnings and related matters as presented.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous.
Thank you very much and have a great evening.
Thank you.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
Okay. And we are still waiting on our Student of the Month for elementary, correct? Okay. Then let's go ahead to the Education and Superintendent's report, and then we will circle back. Okay.
Education update and superintendent's report, Dr. Bennett.
Okay, I just wanted to update the board on we discussed potential passage of a bill into law, and that would be the cell phone ban. And as anticipated, the General Assembly passed the cell phone ban law. It hasn't gone to the governor yet, but it will soon. But in essence, this law prohibits the use of cell phones for any student and smartwatches for any students at any point during the school day, and that will begin in the 26-27 school year. We'll be working with our communications coordinator, and we'll begin messaging this new law out to parents this spring, so this is not a shock to anyone's system. This will be statewide, so this isn't something that it's a Clarksville rule, law, policy. that's not with our neighboring districts, but we do need parents to understand that because there will be some hiccups along the way, and we are trying to be as positive about our messaging on the front end as possible. Smartphones, cell phones, smartwatches, they must be turned off and out of sight. There are a few minor exceptions specific to like medical or special education needs. But other than that, next year, we will hope to have more uninterrupted time and more learning. Also, the Indiana State Board has approved the new accountability metrics for the A through F letter grades. We, principals, Brian and I sat in on the first iteration of the explanation of what that looks like. We're going to stop short of trying to get deep into that with the board, but in essence, there will be an academic piece and then a whole other bucket, a list of things that will calculate into each student will get a grade, and then the school will get those grades will be then averaged, and the school will get a grade. Don't know when that's going to happen, later in the summer, I'm assuming. Brian reminded me that the the new iLearn set scores will happen when, Brian?
They will be setting the new score levels this year, so we will not be getting iLearn results until probably July.
Grades will feed into that. So we don't know. We just know the kids need to come to school, try their hardest, and grow as much as possible. And we will keep the board updated. It's a little messy right now, so I hate to tell you guys one thing and then some aspects of that, for whatever reason, change or be interpreted differently. Wellness policy update. Jennifer, if you could open that. Per board policy, a member of the wellness committee will present to the board the policy each year and the update. We, in essence, met with the wellness committee. The purpose of the committee is to review and update the policy each year. As you know, the board, we've gone through this each year and tweaked the policy. There are no changes this year, so we're not going to go through that. Review, and the second purpose of the committee is to review the current policies and the practice. Again, there's no changes this year. And then set the goals for the corporation, which we did that extensively last year, so there are no changes. Members of the Wellness Committee, myself, Katie, the nurses, Melissa Pixley, Food Service Director and Wellness Coordinator. We have our counselors, middle school counselor. We have our communications coordinator, which we added because he's the one messaging this out and is instrumental in helping with the community night. High school AP, Matt Pate, and he's also a parent. Chris Allred, the high school guidance counselor. Scott Gardner, the school safety specialist. Lindsay Howlett, teacher and a parent. Steve Cunningham this year plugged in for community member for Clarksville Police Department. And Holly Rupert is here tonight. She is a parent. She served on our committee and has notified me this will probably be her last year as her son is graduating. And then Cami Glover is our high school student that volunteered to sit in with us this year, and she was at the meeting that we had, and she is a junior, so I'm hoping to keep Cami next year as well. Okay, community night, due to last year, it was a huge success, and many of you were at the community night. Once again, we're going to have it district-wide. This was feedback that we got from our staff, wanting us to do more things as a unit and as a district. We think it worked out very well. The staff gave very positive feedback, and it's also, we have incorporated a bigger health fair this year. It's for, in essence, everybody. We're trying to showcase our schools for our current and prospective students and parents. So everyone's invited to attend, bring a friend. Primary goals for the health fair is educating our CCSC families on preventative health care, providing access to basic health care screenings and information, promoting healthy lifestyle choices, and building relationships among our Clarksville community families and community members. So we had a subcommittee, and this is something that really Brian Shaw has been working with the subcommittee, but you can see them listed here. These are folks that were on also the wellness committee, and they have done a lot of the lead work on the planning for the health and wellness fair, which Brian will get into, so I'm not going to steal his thunder. And March 12th, that is Thursday night. I accidentally said tomorrow night, and Brian told me, don't blaspheme, don't say that, it's too soon. The wellness aspect of the community night will be broken down into these categories. We'll have a fitness and physical activity, nutrition, lifestyle, and health screenings and assessments. Again, he will get into that deeper here just in a bit. We have this year 25 plus community partners will be participating, and so it's growing. We had people reaching out to us like it's going to be huge, I believe, and I'm very excited about it. And we'll learn more about it just in a little bit. But I'd like to pause here and let's circle back to our student recognitions, and let's recognize our, if I could have our Principal Hawkins please come forward, and Miss Amy Duarte Velasquez. Did I say that correctly? Pronounce it. Come on up, Amy. You look beautiful tonight. So glad you could make it. Let's go over here and stand over there so I can see your beautiful dress.
Good evening. So I have Rebecca here, Horton, with us. She is our translator, and we want to be super respectful of the family, and so we're going to go back and forth as we talk about Amy tonight. So, all right. So Amy was chosen as Student of the Month by Mrs. Anderson, our ESL teacher. She is a third grade student in Mrs. Watson's class.
A Amy la escogieron como estudiante del mes por la maestra Anderson. Es la maestra que enseña inglés y ella es una estudiante de la clase de la señora Watson en tercer grado.
Amy is the daughter of Cecila Velasquez Toledo and Morel Duarte Martinez. Her brother Morel is a sixth grader at CMS.
Amy es la hija de Cecia Velázquez Toledo y Marel Duarte Martínez. Su hermano Marel es un niño de estudiante de sexto grado en la escuela intermedia de CMS.
The family moved here from Honduras in August of 21. Amy started kindergarten and has been with us ever since that time.
La familia se mudó aquí de Honduras el 20-21 de agosto. Amy comenzó el kinder aquí y ha estado con nosotros desde ese tiempo.
Mrs. Anderson had the following to say about Amy. I have watched Amy grow into a very hardworking student. We started off with some struggles, but she persevered and has grown into an amazing young person. She has gone above and beyond when it comes to her academics by participating in after-school tutoring and attending summer school without a single complaint. I am absolutely impressed and so very proud of her.
La señora Anderson dijo lo siguiente: Amy la he visto crecer desde que estaba pequeña y comenzó con algunas dificultades, pero ella siguió adelante y creció a ser una joven muy buena. Entonces ella ha salido más adelante de lo que podemos en sus académicos y participa después en la escuela de tutoría y atendió a la escuela de verano sin una queja. Estoy absolutamente impresionada y muy orgullosa de ella.
Amy is currently making A's and B's in her classes. She has a 100% attendance rate this year. She was named a literacy legend by Miss Wade. She loves to come to school and learn new things. Math is her favorite subject. When Amy grows up, she wants to work like her mom, and she passed I Read.
Amy está sacando A's y B's en sus clases. Ella ha venido todos los días a la escuela este año escolar. Ella la nombraron a través de la señora Wade la leyenda de literatura. Ella le encanta venir a la escuela y aprender cosas nuevas. Matemáticas es su materia favorita. Cuando Amy crezca, quiere ser trabajadora como su mamá y también pasó el examen del estado de iRead.
Did you know that, Amy? Even better. Okay. Congratulations to Amy, and thanks to her parents for being here with us tonight.
Teachers, I would just like to say it is awesome when I see the teachers come here and to support your students. We're going to take a picture, Amy. And so Brian, when you go out there, if then the teachers, if you guys want to get a picture with your students, middle school, feel free to do that, Brian. Push those out. If they're okay on social media, that'd be great.
Yeah, typically what I like to do is get teachers and family together just
Okay.
to show everyone celebrating the students.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Amy, we're going to take a picture here really quickly.
If I can get Drake and Victor and Jackson and Amy to stand for one more round of applause, please.
Good job, you guys. Yes.
And if you and your family will follow Brian out to the lobby, he's going to take some group photos, some individual photos, and you are more than welcome to come back after, but I can guarantee you've seen the best we have to offer.
Okay, so,
Any teachers or staff alike can come in the photos as well.
he's gonna take pictures. He needs to do the,
Can we move on?
yeah, so let's go to the CEA, let's do, so they're all.
Okay, let's move down to consent agenda.
Yeah, let's do this.
Can we do-
Go ahead and do the comments.
Okay, okay,
And then consent, and then we'll come back to.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, we're moving on to comments since we still have Billy out here. You have anything to say? Okay. All right.
That's awesome. That's good.
Board members.
Great night. Glad to see everybody come out, but it makes it even special when we get all the grades represented, so. Go ahead.
My favorite word, ditto.
Love watching Miss Arthur and Miss Wade. They were so emotional, but it was just, I mean, it just shows how much you all care for the kids, and it's just awesome, so.
Well, I'm looking forward to Thursday night.
Me too. And, yeah, that's what the special part of being up here is when we get to see those students.
Oh, yeah.
So, thank you, all of you, for what you do. Okay, can we move into consent agenda?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll come back to education and superintendent.
Consent agenda, Dr. Bennett.
Thank you, Madam President. On tonight's consent agenda, we have the meeting minutes from February, as well as 2 new fundraising requests and a few donations. First, for fundraising, CES PTO has 2 fundraisers that they are requesting to hold. They're asking to host a pie a PTO or staff member for $1 beginning March 19th and ending March 20th. All proceeds from this fundraiser will help with teacher classroom supplies, field day activities, and Teacher Appreciation Week. Lastly, CES PTO is asking to hold a sock hop with someone special on April 24th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the CES gym. Tickets will be $10 for an adult and 1 child. Tickets will also include a snack and a drink. Staff will be on site to help chaperone and clean up. All proceeds will help with teacher classroom supplies and Teacher Appreciation Week. Next, we received the following donations. CHS, after prom, received $500 from Meyer, 7 free queso cards from Chewy's, valued at $49, 8 Nike sweatshirts from BSN, Katie Furch, valued at $440, $500 from CHS Alumni Association, and $100 from Kiwanis of Clarksville. We also had a $250 donation from Susan Adams for the Italy trip. Clarksville Cares, total of $11,744.78. In December, we had $100 from our very own Lynn Wilson, $3,000 from Richard and Jill Simmons, $5,000 donation from someone who is anonymous, and $200 from Beth Emmons. January 2026, we had $195 employee payroll deductions for December, $1,829.32 from American Online Giving Foundation, and $1,200 from Dawn Sloan. In February of 26, we had $15.46 from FrontStream and $205 from employee payroll deductions for January. If you have no questions, I ask that you move all items on the consent agenda as presented.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
And I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it's unanimous. Personnel. Dr.
Thank
Bennett.
you. Uploading your board portal were several coaching appointments. We have the appointment of a head track coach and an assistant track coach, volunteer soccer coach, volunteer football coach, and a head boys golf coach at Clarksville High School. For Clarksville Middle School, we have 2 track co-coaches a volunteer softball and baseball coach. If you have no questions, I ask that you approve this personnel report as presented.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I move that we approve the personnel report.
I will second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous. Review and approval of bank statements, transfers, claims, and payroll. Dr. Bennett.
Thank you. Uploading your board portal are the bank statements, transfers, claims, and payroll. If you have no questions, at this time I ask that you approve them all as presented.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I will make a motion.
I will second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it is unanimous. Do we have anything under other?
No, we do not. So we only have two things left. I'm going to ask Dr. Allred to go ahead and give his updates, and when Brian Shaw gets back in here, we'll have him to give the, his marketing and community night update. Grand finale, yep.
Good evening, everyone. I won't take much of your time tonight. I did want to update you on a couple of things, actually. First is our reunification exercise that we had last Wednesday. As you might recall, we discussed how we were going to have the staff participate in that so we would see what it might be like if we had to undergo a reunification. And it was an exercise that was very controlled, obviously, and it was here on campus. But I think what it did was it gave us a good flavor of what it might somewhat be like. And it also gave the staff an opportunity to kind of see what some roles might appear to be like if it would happen that we would need to have a reunification plan. We did have the opportunity to survey the staff. We've got a lot of feedback. We got some positive comments, had lots of really good questions. Lots of people wondering about different things, and it will give us the opportunity to be able to answer that and to also amongst ourselves as the safety committee look at some things in terms of how we can modify or make some things a little bit better. We had the opportunity to have Bobby Crane with technology work with us a little bit, and it brought some ideas about other things we might do to prepare and get ready if, heaven forbid, we would need that sort of situation. Also reminding everyone that the reunification can happen in a couple of different ways. It could be something that might be, doesn't have to be a catastrophic issue. It might just be where we need to evacuate one of our buildings and we're still here on campus. And then again, the one thing that no one ever wants, but we do have to think about and plan for, would be some reason where we would have to evacuate the entire campus and go to another site that's off premises. So I think it gave us, again, a good opportunity to see what that might be like, a little bit about what it would feel like, because again, you have to remember it was a very controlled situation. And it didn't have, obviously, the effect of trauma or a lot of nervousness because we didn't have to go through that piece of it. But it did give us the chance to emphasize how everybody has a part in the district with that sort of situation. So we were really pleased with, I think, how it was actually carried out. The other thing I just wanted to bring to your attention is we have sent out our applications and information on preschool for next year already. It seems crazy, but it's time to get ready for that. The law in Indiana is that the applications for the on-my-way pre-K, those are supposed to open up April 1. Now, the governor's offices have the discretion to ask that when they are ready, that they could possibly open that up earlier. I've not heard anything about that, and I don't know anything about it yet. But we did get our application for being here at the school together. It is out there. Brian put that out on Facebook for us, did a good blast, and which we thank him for. Thank you very much. And so we are starting. We've already got 3 names, and it's only been out for what, about 5 days, maybe 4 or 5 days, if that much. So we're getting started. So we're already gearing up for next year. That's all I have for this evening, unless you have any other questions for me.
Okay, I think, so Brian Shaw, we went ahead and went through the rest of the agenda, and just want to circle back with you to give the board your presentation on marketing and all things community night. Thank you.
Good evening. So I will circle back at a later meeting and go more in depth with numbers for marketing, but I can give you a kind of a rough overview of what we've been doing. We've been continuing with our OTT, working on building brand awareness, community support, and things like that. Of course, recruitment is always one of the big things with our OTT and retarget, so we continued on with those. We are still doing our puzzle book ads. It has been changed right now to support community night, and that'll go back to another recruitment ad once we get through community night. So that's kind of what's going on with that right now. We have a plan with News and Tribune of what we're going to buy into this year. We're changing up some things that maybe didn't work for us quite as well as I would hope. Like the sports magazine, we kind of backed off of that a little bit to save money and invested in other advertising avenues. And I'll go more in depth with that once I get some of those numbers from our ad campaign in. But the big thing I'm excited to talk to you about is community night. Hopefully we'll see most of you all there. It is coming up. As Dr. Bennett said, she goes, "Are you excited for tomorrow?" And I said, "Please don't do that to me." So I am excited. It is coming together, but I do need that extra day. Last year, I want to say we had about 52 or 53 booth signups. This year, we're over 70. So it is definitely growing. Thank you to Bowles Mattress for sponsoring that. This year, we spent every penny of that donation on community night. And a little for marketing as well. So it is going to be bigger than it was last year. It's going to be in the high school this year. So we're showing off a different part of the campus. And the plan is each year to kind of bounce it back and forth between the middle and high school. Logistically, I think it would be difficult to do with the layout of the elementary school. But people can still sign up for tours and things like that there. But that is kind of the plan. So even though we've done it once already, it feels new as far as planning because it's in an entirely different location. It's going to be really exciting though. Our art show is coming together. They're setting that up tomorrow. So that is going to be there. We'll have theater performances, choir and band performances. Band has their new instruments that they get to show off, and Devin has put together a thing where people can go and try an instrument there to try to recruit for the band. So that'll be really fun there. All of our athletics are represented there. All of our clubs are going to be represented. And then, of course, some of our programming that we have. So the literacy cadre is going to be represented. Our On My Way Pre-K will be represented. The libraries are going to be there with book giveaways, I believe. And then just general programs and things that we have, such as Camp Invention and things like that. So we have a lot of just good information to put out there. Bobby will be there with a booth for IT talking about light speed and things like that for parents to understand how that works. So just a lot of really good information. And then, of course, one of the big draws is the activities that will be in the cafeteria. So all the teachers will have activities planned, and they're all interactive activities, and they're just really fun activities for the kids, and they'll get to walk away with something. I will say one thing that I have learned, I didn't know how much it was until I ordered 80 pounds of candy. And let me tell you, you probably don't need 80 pounds of candy for an event, but we have it. So the kids are going to be very hyped up on the night of community night. We have a lot of candy to give out. And, of course, lots of other things, too, Clarksville swag. The theme this year is Level Up. So it's kind of like a retro video game feel. So we have shirts for the staff that are retro-y kind of looking shirts. We're really excited for the staff to all be together for those. And then in the spirit of the theme of Level Up video games, the Alumni Association will be handing out prizes for us. And it'll be kind of like those old arcades, like where the kids play things. So they'll get a little stamp thing when they come in where they can collect stamps from doing activities. So visiting the Health and Wellness Fair or watching a performance or things like that, they'll be able to get a stamp. And once they fill their card with their stamps, they can go to the little arcade prize area run by the Alumni Association and hand it in, and they'll be able to choose a prize from on there. So we have things like slap bracelets, we have generals' hats, yo-yos, all kinds of neat and interesting things that I think they're really going to like. And, of course, we'll be giving some of that stuff out as well, just to get people excited about it. Dr. Bullington has worked really hard to make sure that we have food trucks on site this year again, and we have even more than last year, so we'll have 3 on site. We've started pushing some of this stuff out on social media too, so if you're curious as to what kind of food will be there, it's all on social media. We have our event. Speaking of which, if you're really excited about it and want to share that event on social media, help those algorithms out. The event has been created. We have a decent amount of interest for an event on social media, but even more so, I think, just from word of mouth, but I still want to push it on social media anyways. We've been doing our teasers. We did a little teaser with the choir the other day, if you didn't get a chance to see that on social media. I tried to make it 80s infomercial style, so if you watch it and you're like, this looks really retro, that's why. And then Melissa Pixley and I recorded a little demonstration today about her banana berry muffins that she'll be making. So if you would like to watch Melissa be a YouTube star for a day, watch that video. It's really fun. It's only a minute and a half of your time. So that'll demonstrate kind of the things that she's going to be giving away. And then, of course, we'll be teasing some other stuff too. High school art, Danielle has sent me a thing that she has done where they've put together a quilt for Black History Month. And that quilt will be on demonstration during the art show, and it's a really cool looking quilt. So if you haven't seen that, that's on the high school social media page. So just a lot of stuff. And then as Dr. Bennett said, the Health and Wellness Fair has grown exponentially. We have a lot of community partners that have said that they want to be part of this. They're volunteering their time, they're coming, they're giving away things, whether that's screenings or health checkups or just fun interactive activities. And it's a lot of community partners that we're close with, such as the Parks Department, Police and Fire, they're going to be there. But it's also just a lot of community partners that our students get services from, such as dental services and health services and things like that are all going to be there walking them through various things. So it's not just for the students, it's for our entire community.
What about salsa?
Oh yeah, there will be dance lessons there provided by the Spanish Club.
That's cool. Yeah.
And French Club may be helping with the dances, I'm not sure. Madam Claire had mentioned something about their tables needing to be close together, so I'm not sure exactly how they're collaborating, but French and Spanish Club are doing some stuff together.
Is Brandon's house going to have a space?
You know, we toyed with that back and forth, but Brandon's house already has a waiting list.
Okay.
And so
I understand.
we decided
Yeah.
against that.
We did get some great press coverage for our
Oh,
partnership with Brandon's
absolutely.
house
That was great.
from WHAS. We were very thankful that they came out and covered that story.
Are the food courts going to be between the high school and the elementary school?
Yes.
So there'll be
and
no parking there?
Our staff can still park there, they just won't be able to leave.
We won't be able to what?
To leave.
Eventually I can go home.
Eventually, yes,
Okay.
eventually, when the
That's
event's over.
fine.
We're gonna block off Steve Matheny Way so that we don't have through traffic, just to make sure that there are no incidents because
Okay.
people are gonna be walking around out there with the food trucks and things like that. Of course, the cafeteria is going to be open with activities, but there are some tables in the back that are set aside for people to be able to sit at and eat if they want, but some people, weather pending, may want to eat outside or be outside, so we're just going to close that off to through traffic. Now, our staff will be able, if they're already parked there, they can just stay there, but they'll be able to park there prior to, Dr. Goldman, help me out, is it 4:30? We're 4:15.
As long as I'm there at what time?
4:15.
4:15.
We're locking
Okay.
it down, and then we'll
Okay.
open it back up at the end of the event.
Okay.
And the event's from 5 to 7 this year. We
Right.
did shorten it based off staff feedback. They said that 2.5 hours was a little too long, so we shortened it to 2 hours this year. We did take a lot of staff feedback into consideration with this event. We've got a new plan for announcements, and we've tested that. That should make things a lot more smooth, so we're not interrupting performances with announcements. The scheduling, I think, got a little better. Ms. Howlett made some signs for us so that we have better signage up, and hopefully things go a little bit smoother. Of course, we'll continue to gain feedback. It's only our second year doing this, so and it's in a new location, so I'm sure there'll be things that we're going to want to improve on, but hopefully you'll notice some meaningful improvements from last year.
Adrian, where are the bathrooms? What bathrooms are they gonna use? The D lobby still, it's under construction.
It'll be the Fine Arts, by the theater, and then up by the Aux Gym.
Okay, the new ones. Yeah, good.
And I
The
can,
weight room, did we decide that we're not letting people go into the weight room to check it out just yet?
Yeah, I need to talk to Nikki tomorrow. I haven't really seen her this week, so
Okay.
Nikki, the project manager, see
Oh,
kind of where
right.
they're at. I saw the high lift, I think is out, so I'm gonna see where they're at with it.
Okay.
If they're starting to move equipment out, hopefully they'll start the floor, but I'll talk to her tomorrow and see.
and it's going to be a lot of fun. If you know anyone in the community who wants to come, it's not just for our students. As Dr. Bennett said, it's for our students, our community, our prospective students, but also just our community in general. Let people see what their tax dollars are going toward, what we're doing. Our students are doing some really great, really cool stuff, and anybody who wants to come see it can come see it. Come look at our art, come listen to the choir, come check out our new instruments, see all the facility updates that we have in the high school. Anybody who wants to come can come and see what kind of awesome stuff we have going on. Do you all have any questions for me? Get
There you go.
excited.
Thank you.
It's only 2 days away.
Yeah, we'll be there. Yeah, okay. All right, what else?
That's it.
All right, grand finale. We're adjourned.
We gotta sign.
Oh, we got a sign.
We got a sign. We're not adjourned. You can leave. We promise no more business will be conducted. I got too excited about the grand finale.
Adrian, I'll be there by 4:15 so I can park in the spot. Right.
You sign it once.
Oh, I signed it. I'm so used to just Teresa signing. Okay.
You're gonna sign these next three twice, Teresa. Okay. There's three of those.
I didn't take them apart. I've learned my lesson. Couldn't get burned.
These next three you sign twice again, Teresa. Your hand will be tired.
did things a little out of order tonight, so it's okay. That
There's
little,
some last week we weren't signing stuff, so.
that little girl, Amy, oh my gosh, just precious, precious. So sweet.
Well, the sweet was she had no idea she passed Ivory, and when she figured it seemed
Yes, it was. A
You know,
good
it's really
surprise.
special when we get them and they are so scared. They just stepped into a new country and they can't speak. And to watch
Yeah.
them like,
To adapt. That's what America's all about. Ta-da, ta-da.
Now you can swing away. Now we are adjourned.